a push to start. Never needed a push to start. That's why one day you gon' cop the push to start. Your melanin flex.
Hi guys, so as you can tell or can tell, I'm recording from my computer. So this is going to be either a fail or a pass, and then you'll just see me recording here because college life, don't nobody got money to buy cameras right now. Well, I'm saving up. Right now, we're going to use my computer. So I just wanted to talk a little bit, for y'all to get to know me because I don't know, my first get to know me video, I just was too quiet, like it wasn't working for me. So I guess what I could do with this video is just talk about like my whole experience transferring. So my senior year of high school where you start applying for colleges, and I'm gonna just say that I really wasn't interested in Rutgers as much as I should have been, I guess, looking back on it, because Rutgers has a lot of resources that you can use whenever you looking for them. They're there. All you gotta do is just ask. So I really just wanted to go to either Montclair or Kane. I was looking at Rowan, but I don't know. So then, when I applied to all the schools, I applied to like 13 because I just wanted to shoot my shoot, because all I really had was my academics. Like, I worked in high school, so like sports wasn't an option for me because I didn't want to, and I was lazy. So when I applied to schools and I got accepted to some, then I got accepted to Rutgers Camden through EOF. And those who don't know what EOF is, it's basically for low-income families to be able to get accepted into a school. And you do like a summer program where they catch you up if you have to take like remedial classes and stuff like that. It's a pretty good program. And I accepted there at Rutgers Camden. So obviously, if I'm being honest, I was a little bummed out because I really wanted to go to New Brunswick. Once I actually looked and I saw how beautiful the campus was, and Rutgers Camden is beautiful too. I mean, the campus is nice, like everybody's just so forthcoming and just ready to help. But my personal preference was a bigger school, so I just decided to go. I was like, let me give this a chance, let me go. And I met people, and I we still have friendships now. Like, it was a pretty good experience for those 2 years. Not oh my god, like I had the best time. No, but I won't take it back. Like, I liked everything that I went through, and experiences made me grow. Like, it was okay. So come my sophomore year, and my friends, they just say, I want to transfer. So then I'm just sitting here like, oh my god, like what am I gonna do? Like, these girls are my friends, and what am I gonna do? Like, I'm already a sophomore. Like, it's either you make friends with people you weren't friends with, or you just stay a loner. And I didn't want to do any of those. So I was like, I called my mom, and I'm like crying, and I'm like, oh my god, like my friends are leaving, and I don't really want to be here anymore, because it's like Rutgers Camden is like an hour away from my house. So every time I went when I went home, it was a trip. It was 2 trains, and just felt like a field trip every time. But I would go home at almost every month, twice a month. So yeah, so I called my mom, and I was crying, and I was like, oh my god, like I want to go. And it was already late to apply for the spring semester, because this was during the fall semester. So I just searched it up, and my mom obviously is very supportive. She was like, I can help you, we can talk to people. But I was just like, you know what, I'm not ready to transfer. I don't have none of my documents here, and I don't want to make a rash decision just because my friends are leaving. Oh, shout out to them. My heart. So Jada, pretty sure she'll talk about her transfer experience as well as Isata. So those were two friends that were leaving, and I was dorming with them. I still had my other friends, Miyasha and Juliet. So it's not like I was totally by myself, but you know, it's different from living with someone to actually just seeing them and then going home and you're just like, no friends. So then spring semester, I was like, okay, I'm gonna bring my A game. I'm going to apply to the college that I want to, because you know, college experience is what you make it. So I didn't want to feel miserable at a place where I didn't want to be. So I was like, I'm gonna change my environment and I'm gonna be happy. And that's what I did, and I'm here. So basically the process is you have to apply, and for Rutgers Camden it's like an internal transfer, because you're technically like still in Rutgers, you're just changing campuses. So I'm an internal transfer, and the process is fairly easy. You just apply. You don't need like any essays, because that's what I thought. Like I thought you had to do an essay, and I thought you had to pay for the application. That's also another reason why I didn't transfer. I didn't try to transfer for my spring semester, because I was like, I don't have the money right now, like, you know, it's just too late, blah blah blah. So when I did apply, I was just so anxious, because I was like, oh my god, like my life, it can either go, I stay here and make my experience better, or I leave and, you know, happy. Okay guys, so obviously I'm wearing something different. It's been a hectic week, so I had to cut the video short. Like I was saying, it was a process, but I got there. Like I was saying, internal transfer, you don't have to do an essay, you don't have to pay for the application, you just gotta apply. Make sure you get them documents in that they request, and keep an eye out. Oh, and because I didn't do this, I should have. The reason why I didn't do it was because I thought you had to pay, so I didn't apply sooner. But a little tip, if you want to transfer from, let's say, Rutgers Newark or Rutgers Camden to New Brunswick, or, you know, interchangeably into those three, you should apply early. I'm not sure what the date is. I can look it up and post it and put it on the video. But you should apply by the first date of it being out, the application, because that way you get, like, you don't have to wait the extra months to see if you got accepted. Like, you get priority. And I myself didn't know that until, like, I was checking the dates and stuff, and they're like, oh, you know, I'm not sure with the timeline how fast you get, like, accepted, but I know that it's definitely faster than what I waited, because I had to wait until, like, I want to say maybe June, July, and at that time I was anxious, because I was like, what am I gonna do? Like, I have this campus that's, like, you know, it's good, but I also have this campus where I want to go to. Which one am I really gonna stay in? So just to add more to this video, I want to do like a pros and cons list. Let's just say you're thinking about transferring, and this will probably help you. So I would say pros would be, you change your environment if it's not working out for you, if you feel like, because personally for me, I felt like the workload I was getting, not that it wasn't hard or that I could handle it and it was like slight work, it was more like I felt like I needed to be challenged. And I definitely learned, like, I know that Rutgers, New Brunswick, they challenge you. Like, being here now, a month or so passing by, I have like mental breakdowns every 5 minutes of the stuff that I have to do. But that, again, it's a preference for me, because I know that I'm busy, and I know that the programs that I'm in and the clubs that I've joined, they're going to fulfill a purpose in what I'm trying to do, if you get what I'm saying. So, pros, again, if you want to change your environment, if you, like, feel like the school itself is not working out for you, as in academics, you should also transfer schools. If you feel like it's too far away from home and you feel homesick all the time, then that should be another reason why you would want to go, because sometimes that is what you need. You need to be closer to home. And if it's going to save you money, girl, do that in-state. That in-state, it helps. It helps. And also, like, in terms of location, there's always, like, how do I explain it? There's always more resources that you can have around you in terms of location, because I know that also another reason why I transferred was because since I lived an hour away from campus, in terms of internships, my resources, they were there, but I couldn't use them because I didn't have a car. And traveling an hour, not even, an hour by car, 2 hours, almost 2.5 by train, public transportation or whatever. So I myself knew that I wasn't going to be able to do this during the summer or during the winter when I had like my breaks, which is when, you know, obviously you would want to do your internships and you can't handle doing it during the semester. So I feel like if that's another reason why you want to transfer, then, you know, it's a good reason, because that's why I transferred. And I'm not really making this video to like convince anyone to transfer to New Brunswick, because New Brunswick is not everybody's cup of tea, you know? Maybe you like Montclair, maybe you like Rowan, or any other which all are great. All. I'm not sponsoring nobody. But cons would be that in the first semester, I've always been told that, you know, you fail and your GPA gets lowered. I cannot personally tell you if that happens because I have like a month here, but I can tell you that in terms of stigmas, I don't think that you should apply yourself to those, just because at the end of the day, you're your own person, you know your own pace, you know how you work, and you can overcome those stigmas by just doing you, minding your business, you know, doing your work, going to class, go to class. Don't skip class because your friend told you that no, your friend, excuse me, bye-bye. Go to class because class is important. You know, I go to class, and if I don't go to class, I make sure that I have a friend in that class. Like, I make sure that I have a buddy that I can text real quick. Like, hey, you know, I can't go to this class. Can you scoop me the notes real quick, you know? But another con would be, like, you're changing your environment. Sometimes it could be a good thing, and sometimes it could be a bad thing, just because of the fact that, like, not everybody adapts to a change of environment as you would think. Like, the change of environment might depress you even more, or it might just depress you when you weren't depressed back in your old school. The change of environment is important because you have to put in your mind that you have to learn to adapt to how different things are. Like, your old school may have done things one way, but now your new school is doing something this way, and now you have to adapt. And, you know, obviously they have counselors and stuff for you to talk to, so this is something that is solvable, but it is worth mentioning. Another con would be, like, for me, since I was already a sophomore, and, you know, when you're a sophomore, you already have your friends, like, set up. The total change of environment means making new friends. And if you're not a person who can put yourself out there, that's a challenge also for you. Those are the skills that you need in the workforce to be able to make connections and network. Like, obviously, if you're like an introvert, it's not going to come as easy as it would be for someone who isn't. But I think that that challenge can be something that works for you and can better you as a person. And in terms of it being a con, is that sometimes that doesn't really work out. Like, I have a month here and I've only made one friend. And I'm not sad about it, because I know that I just have to put my head into, like, making friends more, because I'm the type of person where I just go about my business. Like, I converse with people, but it's not something where I'm like every day I meet someone new, you know? And that will happen, but I would say in terms of that issue, I think that you can go to programs and, like, informationals and events. That way you meet new people and you just, you know, exchange numbers. exchange DMs, and you make friends. And next thing you know, you get a text like, oh, we're hanging out somewhere, and you were just sitting watching TV, and now you're gonna go hang out with friends who you didn't think you were gonna meet. Overall, I would say if this is something that is crucial to you, where like for me, I was just I wasn't depressed, but I was just sad all the time, and I was just like walking around with a cloud over my head. Like, definitely don't let it get that far. But if you do feel like that, and you feel like this change of school can better you as a student, as a person, your day-to-day life, how do you then definitely do it. So I really hope that like this video helped anyone, because I know that when I was trying to transfer, like, it was a little bit of the unknown that scared me. And like the fact that obviously I've seen like videos of people transferring, but it's not like, I feel like I haven't seen one where it's like the person sits down and tells you the real truth. Like, this is how I felt, this is where I am now, and this is what I'm gonna try to bring to our channel, is more like of a one-to-one, or how many people are watching this video, conversation about like the struggles that you go through when you're a transfer, in terms of getting yourself around campus and knowing where you're at. I would tell you that if you're going to transfer, move in earlier than the day that your school starts. You can go to like the different campuses where your classes are, because by this time I think that your schedule should be formed by now. So by the time that you move in, you go on WebReg or whatever your schedule is at, this bus and this campus, you go and visit it. Get ahead of your game, girl, or boy, because when you're ahead and you plan and you execute your plan correctly, nothing can go wrong. But if you leave it until the day before class, and the next thing you know, it's the first day of class, you don't know where you at, you ended up in West Bubble, and now you're just questioning like, oh my God, did I miss my class? That's why. Plan ahead. And also, if my pros and cons list actually helped, let me know. My social media is below in the comment section, and if you guys ever want to talk about anything like my process and or any issues that you guys have, I'm open to talk to you guys. I want to get to know you guys. I want to get to know our followers. So I'll see you guys next time. I believe that my next vlog is going to be something like this, and it's going to be a story time. And the story time is hilarious. It is hilarious. And it happened to me, like, I'm just not gonna say it. So I guess this is the end of the video. Have a good night if you're watching this at night. Have a good day if you're watching this in the morning. Thank you for watching.
Melanin, 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 melanin. Your melanin flexing, your melanin flexing. Melanin popping, your melanin, melanin, melanin. Complexion